Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think we're just talking low.
No, like. All right, I'm back. Yo, it's been a little minute. I gotta put my shoes on.
It really hasn't. Oh my Lord Jesus.
We didn't record on Sunday.
It's been a day. Oh, you mean last Sunday. Got it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of CO and Rome.
This is Yo.
And this is Rome, and this is episode number 73.
Season 7.
Yo, I got so many notes that I gotta scroll all the way up. All the way up. Okay. All right. I guess I took it back too far. Yeah. Before we jump into the topics, best podcast of 2019.
Undisputed.
Undisputed. If you want to dispute it, head on over to shoot us an email. Shoot us an email at conrome@gmail.com. Don't go to afgoclothing.com to send your disputes.
Not for the disputes.
But if you want to get yourself a t-shirt or hoodie,
Then you would go to FGO.
go to afgoclothing.com, search CO in Rome.
Yeah, and we have a discount code for you guys. It's Zio and Rome 15. It gets you 15% off. Cop yourself something. Take a picture. Tag us in it. Let us shout you out.
Yeah. So listen, apparently I don't know how to go in the future and then back to the past and then back to the future because I fucked up last episode.
Well, you're also not, what's his face? The guy with Parkinson's?
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. Michael. Yeah.
I want to say B. Jordan, but that's not right.
No. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, fuck. Last week, we recorded early and scheduled a future drop. And in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, Saturday's going to be my birthday. I fucked it up. So bottom line is
This past Saturday,
January 26th was my birthday. I want to thank everyone for the birthday wishes. We had a really good time in New York, and I really, really appreciate that. 33 years old.
33.
Feels
Trey
good.
Trey.
Feels good, man.
Does it? You don't feel any different?
I do feel different.
Do you?
I do.
Is it all mental or do you feel
Yep.
different?
Yeah.
Do
It's all
tell.
mental. I mean, yo, if my life was a dramedy, which I feel like it is right now,
Yeah.
if you could see how I spent my birthday, you would not believe me. I'm in an Airbnb room, laying in bed all day, just thinking about my life.
You came when we met up, you had quite some things to say, which was dope. But at the same time, I'm like, my friend's having a midlife crisis.
I have 3 top goals.
And those are?
Goal number 1, got to get this health into shape. Like, this health has got to get in order. Now, I'm not being too critical of myself because I've been doing good. I've been losing
I was just
weight.
going to say.
The little bit of weight that I gained on the first half of this trip while I was in Buffalo, I've already lost it. So I'm back at the weight that I was before we went to New York.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be that difficult for you if you stay focused.
Yeah. So I want to lose about 45 pounds. I'm not giving myself a deadline. I want it to happen when it happens, how it happens, in the most healthy and conducive way to my lifestyle, because I want it to be a long-term maintenance thing.
Yes. I think that you should keep in mind, which I'm sure you do, that you've done this before and have succeeded many times. So it shouldn't be a thing where you're like, how am I going to do this?
I got this. I mean, there's some changes that are already happening. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but there's some things that I've been wanting to do in terms of diet that have been a struggle for me before that are non-issues for me right now.
Such as?
Sugar.
I was going to say that to you. I know that sugar's always been a weakness of yours, but I can definitely tell you, I know, that's me. That you know how I do.
This is black.
I know.
No brown sugar.
Yeah.
No cream.
Yeah. How does that feel?
No Splenda.
That's not bad, right?
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Nigga, before I be like,
you're like, I'm not drinking this shit.
Nigga, what the? Who does this?
I do that.
Yo.
It's not bad. And I feel like you
get who I am now. This is 33.
And then I feel like you also get more of the energy from the black coffee than you would adding all of those extra shit to it.
I had nitro cold brew yesterday, black. You know, nitro cold brew is pretty smooth. People say it's pretty gimmicky. You know, it's not as harsh, but I'm not ready to do a hot black coffee, but I'm not really a hot coffee drinker in the first place.
Right.
But definitely espressos, no cream, no sugar, and also iced coffees, all black. Sugar is a non-issue. I may partake in it from here and there, but I'm not like craving it or gotta have it like I used to. I eat very small meals if I eat multiple meals a day. Sometimes I eat like one solid meal and maybe a little something light. And then I'm drinking like a bunch of water in between.
Which is great.
I'm actually craving water where before I used to hate water.
Right.
A lot is changing. I don't know what's prompting that. A little bit of it, I think, maybe psychological.
I can co-sign on that.
But subconsciously.
Yeah. I think when you set your mind to something, you subconsciously make the choices to follow through on all those decisions.
Yeah. So second goal, and I'm doing these in order.
Oh, okay. Of importance?
Yep.
Okay.
The weight thing is literally number one.
Good.
Right now. The second thing is a combination of things.
Okay.
So the second thing is I decided to practice celibacy. I have a little like counter app on my phone, and it's an app that can either count down or count how many days since you've quit something.
Are we counting up or are we counting down?
I'm counting up.
Okay.
It's been 7 days. I'm doing really good. It's been 7 days.
In my head, I'm like, friend, did you not tell me something? But I recall.
Yeah, it's been 7 days. Today was supposed to be my last hoorah with that, but the plans didn't work out, which I'm glad they did because I feel like mentally on my birthday, I made the decision then. So I kind of felt like if I would have did my thing today, then I would have been going back in. But the plans didn't work out. So that's fine. The reason why I'm deciding to practice celibacy, it's a few reasons, actually. One, I feel like it's a huge distraction. And I have really, really big goals, specifically the ones that are on the creative front. And I feel like I'm the type of person that I have to coordinate sex because I'm single, right? And then when I do finally get sex, like once I get it, I'm like, more. I want more.
Yeah, it's a drug.
I need it again and again. And then I can't get it again. And then I get mad. And then it's like this vicious cycle that I'm like, I'm not saying I'm a sex addict, but I'm saying like I need it consistently or I don't want it at all. Mm-hmm. Because those spaces in between where I'm not getting it, I'm like feeling like a fucking loser. And I'm like, fuck that. I got to break the whole cycle, not have sex with anyone. The second piece of that is that I do want to get married again. I'm not saying that I want that now. I'm just saying I know that when I look at like my life path, right now, my career in entertainment and all these other things, I see that all happening and popping before I decide to walk down an aisle again. Good. But I do feel like it would be like such a delight that if and when I do meet someone special that's worthy of being with me, for me to let a nigga know like, yo, I'm on day 503, son.
Now, can you tell us if you have been celibate before?
Yeah. I think the longest 8 months.
Okay.
And that might not seem like shit, but...
No, that seems like a long time.
And then I think when I broke that, I went again without any... And actually, you want to know when's the last time I did that? When I was focused on my fitness.
And you succeeded.
Yep. So, there are quite a few different things that I want to reallocate my focus on. And I really want to just be focused on self. Mm-hmm. And... yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing what unlocks. I really feel like I'm on the brink of like
great things,
a really big breakthrough. Yes. Like I feel it. The third thing is career. So I recently applied for a job and things are going really, really well with the interview process. And they decided to go with another candidate, not upset about it. I'm all about picking who's best for the job, even though I felt that I was a great fit. The feedback they gave me was excellent. It was great. They had no negative feedback about me. So not taking it personally, but I took a moment on my birthday and I said, you know what? There's no way I can focus on these really big goals. And on top of that, try to make changes in my my job. Like, I can't handle all of that right now. So what's the best way to feel less of that financial pressure if you're not looking for a job that's going to earn you more money? It's spending less money. So that's goal number 3. Spending less money. I'm a spender.
You like to splurge.
Nigga, if I told you how much, like, I have like a few different bank accounts, and I have one that's dedicated to spending.
I do as well.
I spend on minimum, on frivolous bullshit, minimum, like $500 a month. Maybe more. Because then when I tap out of that account, it goes to the credit cards. If it gets to that point.
So, and you can honestly say that it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that
Not every time, but most of the time.
So I think that I peeped that. I mean, I've always known you to be a pretty much like, if I want this, I'm going to get it because I deserve it. I work hard type of person. But since we moved in together, bitch, you was getting packages from Amazon like every day at the door. It's been Christmas. A little.
We started living together in November.
Okay.
All those packages that were coming were in December for Christmas.
Not everything was Christmas related.
What was delivered that was crazy?
Nothing was crazy. I'm not saying that anything was crazy.
I'm trying to think. What did I order?
Pooper scoopers.
Yo, that's important.
Dog tags. That's important. Dog tag.
That was like $10.
It doesn't matter. It's proving a point. And the point here is that
if I want it, I got it.
Yeah. If you want it, you're gonna get it, which is not necessary. I'm not saying that like it's bad that you're spending money or looking out for the fact that you want a pooper scooper or you want, but shit, old school bag, hand and thing, pick that shit up. Listen, see, and that's the bougie side of you. That is the bougie side of you. And okay, fine, you work hard for it, you can do it. But it's my take from an outside perspective that's when I realized that I was like, oh, she really does like to spend. So yeah, I can see how that may be a good thing for you.
I think I'm going to still spend.
Okay.
But within my budget.
Are you going to give yourself a budget? Because right now you're saying that you have a spending account for just.
Yeah.
For, random shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But is it going to be like, are you cutting that in half?
No.
Okay. This is going to work just fine.
What I'm saying is I'm going to stick to the existing budget. And once that's done.
You're not going to tap into other sources.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. So. With that, what do I see happening? I see credit cards getting paid off. I see savings accounts increasing because then that's less credit card payments I'll be making in the long run. Now, I am going to still spend money, but I'm going to invest that money in things that are going to further my career in entertainment.
Okay.
If it's a photo shoot of a particular taste, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'll drop a few hundo.
So you would be okay with affecting one goal to feed another?
Yeah, because it's important, because it's like the way I look at it is that this is an investment for me to make money doing what I enjoy down the line. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
So I'm like, I got to spend money to make money when it comes to, like, I got to look at myself like I'm a product. So I ain't got nobody else investing in me. So I have to do it.
Yeah.
I have to do it. So we'll see how that goes. So by saving money, that should kill that urge to look outward for ways to make more money with the 9-to-5. And then I want to also aggressively pursue opportunities on the entertainment side that are going to start earning some dollars as well. So those are top 3. I've always been of the thought that if it's not in your top 3, it's not going to happen. So that's where I'm at with shit.
I think you can do it.
I think so too, man.
I think that whatever this, hey, can you like pull your dress down, because we're on camera and I see you
can't see my vagina. Can you guys see my vagina? I got thick thighs, so
Son,
I'm just saying.
Do you want me to point exactly where your vagina is?
Hey, if you guys caught like a
glimpse
down, so I think we're okay.
Okay, just making sure.
But if you saw the vagina, no, ain't nobody been in this for 7 days.
Reset.
And nobody gonna be in this for a while. Know what I'm saying? Anyway,
go ahead.
All right. So last week we discussed this Mars shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got an announcement.
You know that you're from Mars.
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I had an announcement. We're going to Mars. Yeah, we're going. I found some group rates for anybody that wants to join us.
Like on Groupon?
No, meaning that if anyone wants to come with us to Mars.
Oh, they have to pay.
There's a amount they can pay. It's like, it includes certain things in the package.
Where did you find this?
Don't worry about it. I got a plug for everything. You already know.
Okay.
You know I got a plug for everything, nigga.
All right.
Niggas in NASA, niggas.
That's my point. Did you find it from a plug in NASA? Did you find it from the internet?
I know niggas, fam. Just know that I know. Okay. So, group rates for the trip to Mars. $99,532.88. This can be broken up on a payment plan if necessary. It includes the rocket fare to Mars and a stay in the historic OG Pyramid Resort.
This isn't real.
5 days, 7 nights. Because the rotation.
This is so fake! This is my friend's imagination.
It doesn't include the return flight. But I could put you in touch with a travel agent who can arrange the return.
Is the travel agent from Mars or is he from Earth?
I cannot discuss. That's exclusive.
Got it.
That's exclusive. But if you want to join us on this excursion, please email coinrome@gmail.com before December 1st, 2019.
So when is the goal for this trip? January?
It's exclusive.
Okay, I guess all right. I'll follow suit.
So anyone that hits us up, like, I'll hit you with all the date details and all that stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
Why aren't you excited?
I mean, I want to be able to know that I can raise $99,000.
No, we're good.
Oh, we're Gucci.
We're good.
Oh, now I'm excited. See, I was all about money at first for me. I was just like, how am I going to do that?
We're good. I'm just saying, if anyone wants to join
us. So y'all niggas got to pay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, because you know I'm cutting back on my spending.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so as long as you and I can travel to Mars for free,
yes.
I'm about this.
This is like, we're going to have exclusive coverage.
What is the name of this pyramid again?
OG Pyramid Resort.
Ooh, it's a resort.
Yeah.
All inclusive? Like, is there Mars drinks?
I just know it includes 5 days and 7 nights.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that.
I'm so excited.
Maybe we'll find out more about.
Would you be willing to break your celibacy on Mars?
Ooh, only if someone else joins me.
Whoa, pause.
Only if someone from Earth that I want to fuck with joins me on this trip.
Got it.
Then I'll fuck them in Mars.
Got it. Can't be someone from Mars. Why? You can have little Martian babies.
Whoa, bruh.
Think
you
about
fucking somebody from Mars?
If he look good.
Nigga.
If she look good.
Come on, bruh.
What?
Are you for real right now? What do they look like on Ancient Aliens?
I don't know. They've never shown them.
See, that's why I don't fuck with that show.
What you mean?
They don't have photos?
Nah, nigga.
Okay. But you willing to fuck?
If he or she
But then meanwhile, ugly ass niggas on Earth can't get the pussy.
I said if he or she looks good. If niggas on Earth look good, they may get the pussy too. I'm still waiting on Valentine's applications.
Okay. All right. So if you want to join us, email us. Another announcement. Gats made it to Rolling Loud Miami.
Shout out to Gats.
High five.
Hey.
It's going to be a 3-day thing. He's on the Sunday lineup.
That's dope.
Which is dope. Same day Partisan Fontaine's going to be there, which is really, really dope. I'm so excited. What's crazy is that he subtly mentioned that he was going. I want to make sure this is still rolling. But he just posted the flyer. So I'm like, yo, let me zoom in and read all the names and make sure my nigga made it. And he made it. And I'm so thrilled. So congratulations.
Which we all had everyone that knows Gats had a little chain that we were, tagging him in so that he can get in that lineup. So obviously something worked.
For sure. I mean, I don't know if we played a role in it. We're not that powerful yet.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you consistently see someone being tagged for them to be, requested, that has to do something.
Yeah, we definitely put a little shum out there. So yeah, we're excited. Maybe we can make arrangements to go down there.
Maybe we should do that to ourselves. Maybe we should be tagging ourselves in places.
Tag us, fam. All right. So I'm running into the next topic that there's no segue.
Okay.
There's no segue. My brother's birthday is the day after mine.
Yeah. Which is always weird to me.
Yeah. And he's not drinking anymore.
Good for you.
He's a big drinker. Yes. So what he decided to do for his birthday, instead of going out to drink, was to play Pokemon Go with a gang. With a gang of niggas.
Gang.
So, I understood the concept of Pokemon Go. It's going around catching Pokemon.
Right.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yo. I used to hear that shit in the background every day after school.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, I'm not going to be able to make it to these Poke raids because I'm flying the same day. I'm sure by the time I get back, you guys are going to be done. Whatever. So I hit him up today. I'm like, yo, let's do lunch. He's like, yo, we're eating lunch. He's like, yo, it's a Poke raid going on. What time can we be done here so we can go there?
He's so serious.
I'm like, yo, I don't even got the app, nigga. He's like,
download it
right now. I said, I can't download this shit without Wi-Fi. He's like, nigga, use my phone as a hotspot.
Hell no.
I'm like, nigga, I'm downloading this shit right now.
He's serious.
No. So he's like, yo, the thing with this raid is a level 5 raid. I'm like, okay. So he's on some other app. It's really used for like computer gaming where you can like communicate with one another. I forget the name of it. But there's a group there for Pokemon Go, and people that you don't know, you guys can decide to team up to go to these Pokemon gyms to fight these big bosses, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, whoa, I didn't know it was like that, right? So I'm trying to imagine this in my mind. And I'm thinking these are people that he knows personally.
Randoms.
Yo, pull up to Jackson Springs Park Recreational Center.
Yes.
Pull up in the whip and all you see is niggas like parked in their cars at the park. Now this is interesting because it's still the daytime. There's kids at the park. You see an old white guy in a van next to us.
To the right.
You see a young couple on the left. Mm-hmm. And then you see two old niggas pull up, like a guy and his wife, and the dude has Band-Aids all over his face.
Wait, what?
I swear to God.
He must have been wrestling them Pokemons too hard.
He must have fell, trying to catch Pokemon. He had Band-Aids all over his face, fam. I swear to God. And his wife, she had like this short, conservative haircut. Like, they looked like they was in their 60s. Like, dead ass.
Retired playing Pokemon.
So my brother's like, rolling down the window like, yo, y'all ready for the raid?
I cannot.
Y'all ready for the raid? I'm sitting here like, yo, they're okay. He's like, you go outside and catch some Pokemon so you can try to get to level 5, right? So I'm like walking around trying to
pick up Pokemon,
trying to pick them up, doing my thing. And next thing you know, the raid starts. You see everybody in their cars
just going crazy on their phones.
Yo, we're going to have video for this on YouTube, yo. So if y'all want to see. I'm like, yo, this is real. And I'm like, yo, from the outside looking in, if I didn't know shit about Pokemon,
right,
I would think these niggas is doing some illegal activity.
I can see that.
And my brother was like, when they were doing the Pokemon raids for his birthday, that one was at a church.
Oh, no.
And someone called the cops on them. Yo, the whole point of me bringing this up is that I know I'm super late because Pokemon Go's been out for a long time.
Facts.
But niggas is on it, fam.
Yeah.
And then when that raid was over, I was wandering around the park.
Trying to catch some more?
Trying to catch them all.
Pokemon.
And then I come back. Everybody left except my brother and his daughter, which, by the way, this is a beautiful bonding experience with your kids.
Yeah, I can say that personally.
Yo, I mean, just watching him and his daughter interact about their Pokemon and are you ready for the raid? And she's excited and he's excited, but he's dead ass serious. And she's like, yeah, Dad, we're going to do it. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I used to go for walks on the trail with Xavier every day after work, and we would just catch Pokemons, and then we would go back home and be like, oh, what's on your Rolodex? And like look at all the Pokemons. Oh, I have this one, or mine's about to evolve. Blah, 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 blah. It was
Did
great.
You guys ever go to the gyms and do the raids?
No, we didn't.
You got to do that.
I know.
You guys got to go to war together.
I know I should. I think I should prep him for a real war in the world.
Yeah.
Or Mars.
So we get back in the whip and this lady pulls up in a van with her kids.
They pulled up on you like that though?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine like boom, 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 slide the door, all these kids jump out the van, they're like
they're going crazy. And it's so weird because in the Poke world you see the gym
on
your phone.
Right.
But in real life you see a bunch of nothing.
Right.
But everybody else is like and I'm like, yo. And so my brother's like, yo, are you part of this other community? Because he was like, if you keep running around with your kids to these Pokemon gyms trying to beat these bosses, like you guys need people to come help you. Because when you beat the boss, everybody wins.
It's like a Pokemon apocalypse team.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
20 people max per team.
Oh, there's a cap.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a minimum?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Bro, the shit's crazy. Now, look, I'm not going to get in too deep because I got shit to do with my life. Listen,
but you can incorporate that into your goal.
If I got to say no to dick, I'm saying no to Pokemon. But what I am making sure is that I keep my levels right. So if my brother needs me to squat up and help him out, I'll be like, nigga, I ain't got shit to do. Let's do it. I want to be able to just be like, I'll be right there. We gonna whoop this nigga's ass.
All I can think about is pH balance with everything that you just said.
What?
If you're saying no to dick, you're saying no to Pokemon Go, but you know that you got to keep your levels right in case your brother needs you.
That sounds incestual. Yeah. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're keeping this on the Pokemon tip. But anyway, bottom line is I'm really amazed by what's going on in the Pokemon world.
Yeah. And people be spending money on that shit too, because you can buy the coins or the balls. It's crazy.
Not me.
I've done it.
Wow.
I've bought 20 balls for $5 before.
Am I gonna keep
it gets serious. So, speaking about balls.
Wow. Okay.
Listen, I actually went out to lunch/dinner with a couple of our homeboys. It was like a mini reunion.
Oh, I think I saw a little bit of that on your story.
So shout out to our homeboy Joey.
Caesar.
Shout out to Caesar, who is also the guy that we met up in New York that put the last time that threw the shot in his face.
Yeah.
When I fisted the toilet.
Yeah.
So, and then it was, do you remember Manny from school? He used to be really, really, really small. Now he's not that small.
Oh.
Actually, I think you may think Manny's kind of cute. We'll talk about this later.
Doesn't matter. I don't want to see him.
Okay. That's right. Celibacy. So, anywho, right. I love being the only girl amongst a group of guys that they only see me as the homegirl. They don't try and press me for anything. They don't even really look at me as an attractive female. They just see me as Zio, our homegirl. Because it's cool to kind of like sit in that space and see what guys really talk about or how comfortable they feel about being guys, right? So at some point, I'm not gonna say exactly who because I don't know any connections. It's small, Tampa small, and one of them actually pulls out his phone and he starts showing inappropriate pictures and videos that he gets on a regular from females.
Ooh.
Okay. And now and you know how I am. I give no fucks, right? So I'm like, ooh, let me see. These videos went from cute selfies, moderate kind of risque shots to holy fucking shit. People really send things like this?
No, it's interesting because when we went to dinner for my birthday, someone we were with asked if you sent inappropriate photos to someone. And like for me,
what?
Yeah, you probably don't remember that question. He was like, oh, you be sending flicks? And we were like, what? And then when we got it, we were like, oh, nah.
To who?
It was just very general.
Okay.
And for me, I don't send inappropriate photos to anyone because I feel like my shit doesn't photograph well. But that's a whole nother story.
So,
you have?
So
that's what Snapchat's for.
Snapchat is good for that because it deletes after
Instagram has disappearing photos.
Yeah, and you can unsend it afterwards, but whatever. Anywho, so my thing is like I will send inappropriate pictures or videos, but it has to be someone who I completely feel comfortable with it. I know you're not going to do anything with that unless it's on a personal level. Like, you're not going to go around showing it. I'm not going to send it to your phone where it's a keepsake forever. Like, it's some quick, look at what I can do, blah, blah, blah. And
look at what I can do.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So anyways, for these videos run from simple, moderate to extreme, right? And like with the extreme things, like, and you know how I am, the extreme things made me feel like I was like, I should not be seeing this. Like, that's how crazy it was.
Whoa.
Yo, when I'm talking about, and shorty was nice with it too, though. I'm not gonna front. Like, I'm talking about like POV angles where, do you know what POV is?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
POV, for everyone who doesn't, is point of view. So it was like bottom POV angles where shorty was like letting spit drip down to her nana, and then like letting spit drip down to her nana, and then like whoop, in the frame comes like this dildo, and she's girl, I am telling you,
some porn star
shit. And then she would like take the camera, put it to her face, and like wink some cute sexy shit. I'm like, oh my god, I'm done. I
know what I'm doing wrong.
I nutted.
Okay,
right? In dinner.
Is that what I'm not doing? So I'm like literally looking, I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, there's more. Yo, I'm talking about a roll of fucking just random ass flicks, right? So same shorty or different shorties?
The video, expressive videos was the one shorty, but there was multiple shorties that were sending these things. Is this person
like of caliber? That's the word you like to use. Is he of caliber?
As far as looks or as far as just in general?
Let's say looks, and as far as Tampa's concerned, at least.
I would say that we all tend to roll in the same type of cliques. So if you consider us to be of caliber, which is well known, then I would say yes.
Okay.
In looks, he's also good looking, so I can see where bitches be throwing themselves at him. Mm. As far as maybe the types of shorties that he attracts or goes towards that are okay with doing that, that's a whole nother thing, to each their own. Mm-hmm. However, it brought up an interesting conversation at the dinner table because I was like, is this a thing? Like, do guys want girls to send them these types of things? And they all in unison were like, yes. Like,
of course they do.
Yes. He's like, there's no, I'm like, now in girls that you're in relationships with, or just shorties that, you're kind of fucking on and off on a regular. And they's like, it doesn't matter, my shorty, whoever I'm fucking around with at the time, there's nothing better than to be having a regular ass day while you're at work or just chilling with your niggas, and all of a sudden you get a message, you open that shit up, and shorty's just like, wabam.
Wow.
Wabam. And I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah, that shit is such a turn on because it makes me feel like I'm going to do something when I see you next time. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so then when you see her, you're just like, wham, bam, like, this is what you're gonna get for sending me that. He's like, I might actually let her know right then and there what I'm gonna do to her because she sent me that shit.
Wow. I think I might be a little prudish when it comes to that shit.
So I think that that's super fucking cute because it's like this. It's like, what better way to keep your significant other interested in what it is that they're coming home to or going to see at some point than to do things like that.
If I had a partner, like, I would challenge myself to do a little something like
that.
Which
you've stated before. You've stated that you're not that person, but the next relationship that you find yourself in, you do want to have midday shots where you're just like, here, babe, look at what you're coming home to.
But you know what? It's season 7, nigga.
Okay.
My last relationship, the sex wasn't popping like that in the first place, and I'm not gonna hold myself accountable for that shit because I was begging for it all the time. So so my point is, like, what, I'm not motivated to send you shit when you don't even seem interested in having sex with me.
But you have,
and then when you do have sex with me, you not, you know what I'm saying? None of that's happening. So,
but have you been in relationships where you're so sexually connected to someone where you're prompted to want to send them things, or are you just not that girl?
I'm not that girl. However, there was someone that I was involved with sexually recently. Well, not recently. This has been someone I've been dealing with since I got divorced. We just don't get to see each other that often. And I've sent him sex gifts that weren't me.
Yeah, that's not the same.
I know it's not the same, but I've sent little things to try to get him, like, to catch his attention, let him know, like, yo, homie. Wabam! Come on. Wabam! Stop playing.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm definitely that girl. Like, if
I always get so, I just think about ending up on a fucking website. I get so scared.
That's why you only send them to people that you know are not going to do something like that. Like, I've had moments, and this is my younger days. I mean, right? Okay. I've had moments where, like, I'll be at work and I'm having a text conversation, and if the text conversation is going some type of way, I've gone to the bathroom to, like, the big stall and, like, gotten, like, undressed into my underwear and taken some sexy ass, like Lil' Kim crotch down, like, legs open type pictures and send them, and then gone right back up dressed and gone back to my office.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go you. High five. There's only one person who I've maybe sent something on Snap. I've only done it one time, and I mean, we have a history together.
And you feel comfortable doing it, right?
I do. I mean, and this is someone that's trying to be with me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if I want to be with him, but
do they listen to this podcast?
Doubt it.
Okay.
Doubt it. But even if they did, it is what it is.
All right. I just think it's cute that guys can actually say, like, hell yeah, I want my girl to do this. Hell yeah. Because I think that as when you're the girlfriend in the relationship, you probably, I know that I can only speak for myself, you probably feel like, oh, you know, he's been here, he's seen this, like, what? A lot of girls probably think that way, but, like, you have to keep your peoples entertained. You have to keep them wanting you.
I'm supportive of all of this conceptually, but, like, in terms of me applying it to my own life, I'm still on the fence.
I think that you're trying so many different things.
It doesn't have a place in my life right now.
No, but I understand that, especially because you're trying to be celibate. But I think that because you're making the effort to try new things, if the Lord decides to present you with someone who is worthy of breaking such celibacy goals that you currently have, yeah, I think that you should keep in mind of trying different things.
I will consider this.
Yeah. What else you got?
I will consider this, and I will ask my partner if this is something that he wants, and if he says yes, then
I don't even think that you should ask.
I'm gonna ask him.
No, I think that you should send one picture, see what his reaction is, and take it from there.
Something subtle.
Yeah, something subtle. And if he is like, oh, you know, you can take context clues.
Okay.
Then you up it a notch, another notch, the next one.
Okay.
And then you go from
Okay.
Pokemon Go.
Gotta catch him.
Pokemon.
Yo, I got a rant, bruh.
Can't wait for this.
So, you know, I love Afro beats.
You do.
I love Afro beats, and I'm like just like jamming to my Afro beat playlist. And like sometimes I listen to other curated lists, and if I hear a song that I'm like, yo, I'm digging this one, I'll add it to my playlist without hearing the whole song yet. So I got my list like on shuffle or whatever. I'm in the car chilling, and then the nigga in the verse was like, team light skin, right? And I just feel like, I'm just going to read this verbatim because this is what I wrote at the time because I was mad. I was like, I hate when people praise light-skinned women. There's nothing special about a light-skinned woman outside of the fact that someone had a preference. I feel that black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful, period. I feel like we are all beautiful in our own ways. Mm-hmm. But I feel like hearing a man on a song say team light skin makes me so angry. I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't like.
Right.
But, like, and I'm a light-skinned woman. Because it's like, I got sisters that are team dark skin. And I'm thinking about how that makes them feel.
Yeah.
That shit's not cool. Like, I hate that shit.
I think we put too much attention and emphasis on light or dark skin anyways.
And listen,
beautiful is beautiful regardless of what complexion you are.
I'm not trying to be hypersensitive and just get angry about things I see on the internet. I'm not trying to be that girl. But I just don't think men... okay, you know how we were just talking about, like, oh, men love seeing naked photos of women?
Right.
I'm here to let y'all niggas know that if you think that saying Team Light Skin on your song makes my pussy wet, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make my pussy wet as a light-skinned woman. It makes me feel like you're an ignorant piece of shit.
Yeah.
And
what you're saying is that you don't feel like, oh shit, he might like me because I'm light skinned. You're almost like, ill, you're ignorant as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it.
This is just a PSA. I mean,
yeah, I get it. I don't have I think what I've realized as of late, which I've always had an issue with, but what I've realized as of late that's really been bothering me is this whole, not to get too deep, but is this whole black men and black women, and when I say black men and black women, I mean African, that they're literally against Spanish people, Latinos accepting their black roots. Oh, you're not black, you can't, stop saying nigga so much. I've heard that as of late.
Of course.
Or you ain't black, what are you talking, like, to me, I find that insulting, because it's like, who are you when you don't know my history or my roots to tell me whether or not I can define myself as a black woman?
Yeah, and we definitely have a project coming up that's going to address that in more detail, but
that's more insulting.
That's definitely a problem. I mean, I just feel like the way people try to police one another without understanding and knowing like their ethnic origins and all those things, like that can be a little disturbing, because race and ethnicity are two different things. Mm-hmm. For me, I identify as a black woman, being from the eastern side of the island of Puerto Rico, based off my DNA, based off my family. Man, going to New York and seeing my family like face to face.
Yeah, it's a reality
was
check.
Like, yeah, nigga, we black.
And a lot of people think that ethnicity and nationality are completely different things as well.
Right.
So, right. I mean, people need to put thought into that before they open their mouths and start speaking on that.
On the Team Light Skin thing, though, what disturbs me is when it's a dark skinned male screaming Team Light Skin, because I'm going to assume, and I could be wrong, but I think there's a 50-50 chance that your mom's a dark skinned woman. And if I was your mama hearing you scream Team Light Skin, nigga, I would fuck you up. I don't care how old you are. I just feel
technically
disgusting.
His dad should fuck him up too, because he clearly likes dark skin if his mama's dark skinned.
I just feel there's so much wrong with it. I'm just asking you guys if you have a preference. I'm not here to tell you who to love, who to be with, and whatever. But just stop preaching that on the tracks. It's not doing anything for us light skin women. In fact, it's making my pussy dry. That's all I'm saying.
Wow, dry pussy is not good.
Dry pussy ain't good pussy. All right, let's see what else we're rolling into. It's a fake scenario. Now, I wrote this note before your Uber experience in New York.
Really?
I did.
Okay.
I actually wrote this note on my first Uber once I got to New York.
Okay.
Your Uber driver goes off route. You suspect that he's trying to kidnap you. What happens next?
Like, what am I doing?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to probably say something first.
What you going to say?
I'm going to say, hey, you look like you're going off route here. Are you taking some other route? Or, because usually Uber will reroute you to show you that it's going to the same destination, just in a different route. It has happened before. Now I'm really good with social cues. So if something doesn't seem right when I ask that question, nigga, I'm rolling down the window and jumping out.
You jumping out the window?
I'm jumping out the window.
So you're not going to just open the door and jump out?
Well, it depends. If he can control the door lock thing in the front, obviously I'm going to try and open the door first because there's more space. But I have heard stories where the dude, like, there's been Ubers that have tried to kidnap girls that have been in the news, and they'll control the lock in the front where the girl can't open the door. If I cannot open the door first, I'm rolling down the window and fucking jumping out. Like, I don't care how fast the car is moving. I'll take a broken leg and some bruises over fucking who knows what's going to happen with this Uber driver.
Now, every time I get in an Uber, I tend to put the destination address in Google Maps separately from Uber.
Just to see?
Just in case. I like to keep track of my route silently in the back seat, you know.
Right.
Make sure things are going well. For me, I feel like instinctively, I feel like the moment that I think niggas going off route, I feel like before I think about jumping out the car, like I feel like I'm going to hit this nigga.
Yeah, that's a possibility too. But then like you may get into a car accident, you may end up worse, you may hurt someone else in the process. Like I'm just going to jump out. That's the way that I think at least.
That's the smarter thing to do.
What is to hit him?
Yours.
Oh yeah. I just don't want to like the ripple effect. So I don't want to have to deal with that. But for ladies or guys that aren't aware of this, Uber does have the option to share your location currently with a friend that maybe you're meeting up with, or that you just need them to know what route you're going in for them to follow as well. Which is why when I got into the Uber drive and he was just being a little weird, like I really didn't understand if he was talking to himself, if he was attempting to talk to me, and I just didn't understand him. Like, it was just it was weird. Like, the whole vibe in that car was weird. The moment I felt that, I automatically went ahead and send you my location, and you were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I just want you to follow along. Mm-hmm. So you do have that option. So be aware that if you feel more comfortable doing that, by all means, I definitely suggest it.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool feature. I didn't even know it existed until you shared your ride with me.
Yeah.
Speaking of Uber drivers, the best Uber driver to date in all life, hands down, was as soon as I got from Buffalo to Queens, took an Uber to Queens, but I was running late for the concert, the Benny the Butcher concert at SOB's. This nigga that picked me up, based off what I was reading on the GPS, it looked like it was Korean. Mm-hmm. Like, everything was in Korean. His phone, his text messages, everything. Like, yo, that nigga was whipping it. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm running late. He was like, bomb, switching lanes. I was like, yes, nigga.
He was like, I want these 5 stars.
Yes. Yo, he killed the game with the Uber shit.
Which is hard to do in New York City.
Yo, I was like so impressed. Speaking of the Benny the Butcher shit at SOB's, amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Benny. He's killing the game right now.
He definitely is. You know what I'm really impressed by? I'm really impressed by the team dynamic. Not just amongst the artists. Like, he gets full support from Westside Gunn, full support from Conway the Machine. And not to say that he shouldn't, but I've seen like camps, hip hop camps, that they don't band together.
Yeah.
Like, if the Lox started coming out with individual projects, which they've done in the past, I don't feel you saw a lot of, like, let's say, Sheek Louch and Styles. Like, I don't really see the other nigga promoting the other nigga heavy, like, on the solo project. It's just like, I support it, but yo.
You know who I think is kind of like that? And I could be wrong, but from my take, Dipset.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of have that energy.
Like, they don't support the individual products?
No,
like they do?
Like they do. Like, they're more of a brotherhood than they are as individuals.
That's the word. Yo, the brotherhood amongst these cats. Like, it's such a beautiful thing. Like, and it's not just on social media. Like, the shit is real life. Like, niggas is looking out for one another. And the thing is that I feel like in the music industry, that's what's been broken. Like, people aren't taking care of one another. And I just feel that as a business, watching them function, everything from the merchandising table, everything to like the meet and greet, the way everything was organized, I mean, it was just so dope and so awesome. And it was like all in support of Benny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And man, I'm really, really impressed by that.
I don't even know if it's just a music thing, though. I think that I can take what you just said and put it on the entertainment industry as a whole. I think that when it comes to any type of entertainment, the whole podcast thing, the whole radio thing, all of that, I think people are so focused on, you're my competition in this industry. You can probably take something from me. I'm going to highlight myself before I even consider highlighting you. It doesn't make any sense to me. I would rather see you succeed in what you want to do, and we can help each other get to the top.
I think that considering that they're not signed to any major labels, of course, there's deals and things that happen. But for them to still be independent and have the structure and the dynamic that they do was amazing. Benny's performance, like, I don't even know that there were backing vocals. Like if there were, I couldn't tell because like he was just so crisp. And then one of the accidents I see with like a lot of new artists is that they over rap their bars and they're like screaming into the mic. They're running out of breath. They're like so amped up that they don't have that mic etiquette. Yo.
Killed.
Seamless. Dope. It was amazing. It was amazing. So shout out to Benny and the whole team. That was really, really nice. What interesting things did you do? Like, did you have any outings to note?
I was with some girls from my job, which love them. They're probably my favorites out of my job. And a lot of them have been in New York before, but they're not originally from there. So we did a lot of touristy things, which I don't have a problem with. Like, I'm up for trying to show someone, you know, what New York City has to offer. Mm-hmm. But there are moments where I'm just like, you know, like I just want to chill on the block, or I just want to like, you know, do something that is more up my alley, I would say. But all in all, it was a good time.
Now we did Museum of Modern Arts.
We did do the Museum of Modern Arts, which I know it's not necessarily up your alley, but it's definitely up my alley. I love being able to kind of just like look at all these weird things and try to decipher what made it art, or like what the painter was trying to, you know, express. And we did that. I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful museum. We did find this one spot, which I wish Tampa had a spot like this. There was a spot in the city called Iron Bar. And it was just a little hole in the wall, very eclectic. But when I'm telling you that they played all the jams, I'm telling you they played all the jams, like old school, new school, anything that you might have even forgotten. Then you're just sitting there and they're like, and you're like, oh shit, I don't remember the last time I heard this. It wasn't designated to it wasn't aimed at one demographic. It was like,
music is good music.
Good music is good music, and you're gonna know good music once you hear it. So it wasn't directed at one specific group of people. It was just like anyone who comes in here is going to enjoy the ambiance. They're going to enjoy the music so much so, which is one thing that I love about New York City, and I wish Florida had a lot more of it. I think that when you go to restaurants or bars or lounges here in Florida, they tend to kind of separate you. The tables are very separated. The seating is very separated. So you don't have that chance to communicate with people. And what's the point of going out, right? Is to kind of like meet new people, see what kind of interactions you may have and things like that. New York City is very much like that. You're sitting right next to people. So there were moments where we were literally sitting on the same table with like random ass people. And by the end of the night, everybody was friends. Like I interacted with so many people followed the podcast while we were sitting on the table. They literally followed me on Instagram. It was like dope to be able to know after a couple of drinks, everyone lets loose, and you learn so much about people that you may have not even thought you were going to.
You're so good at that.
I love things like that.
I suck at being social with people I don't know.
I love things like that. I just want you to open up more, because I feel like the moments that I have seen you open up, whether it's a whiskey drink or not, the moments that I have seen you open up and the night goes the way that I just explained these nights went, you always wake up the next day saying, oh my God, last night was so much fun. I really enjoyed those people, or et cetera, et cetera. I love when you feel that way.
Yeah, I do too.
Exactly.
It's just always a task. I don't know why.
Which is fine. It's something that
I'm working on it.
Yeah,
whiskey helps.
It's something that you've stated that you're trying to work on, so that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, like the thing is that if I have a particular interest, like me opening up is not an issue. One thing that we did get to do is we got to meet the guys from Cryptology Pod, which major shout out to you guys.
Such smart guys.
They had a guest, the real Crypto J. If you guys want to follow these guys on Instagram. Now, you know, finances, like that's my shit.
Yes. Right up your alley.
I was having a conversation with my brother at lunch today, and he was like, man, every time you come back from New York, you always have these great stories. I'm surprised you're not trying to move out there yet. And I'm like, listen, I'd rather stay here in Tampa, because being around these cats really just reminded me that, seeing people that are like from around the way, that are a little street, but at the same time are super intelligent, are like, you see them all the time in New York.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
I'm like, my brother's like, really? I'm like, yo, nigga be in Tim's, like giving you fucking tax advice
type
philosophy, and their professors rocking fucking fitted hats. I'm like, they're everywhere. I'm like, here in Florida, they look at us and they're like, oh shit, you have a nose ring, but your analytical skills are on point. Like, they're amazed by that. And I feel for us, I think it's important for us to be viewed as something special and to continue to be wowed by our peers, for us to keep that energy in doing what we do. I'm concerned that if we were to move to New York, we're going to be like, yo, what's making us stand out from every other person in New York that we're meeting that are hip and are smart? Man, these guys, I'm so fucking impressed.
I think that true New Yorkers do not get enough credit for they do not get enough credit for the level of intelligence that they have. I think that when people hear, oh, he's from New York or she's from New York, they automatically think you have a badass attitude, you're hood as fuck. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you did, where you went to school. I think that that's a common perception. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people that I know that are true New Yorkers are probably one of the smartest people I can ever come across.
Nothing turns me on more than someone who's like mad nerdy, but they don't look nerdy. Mm-hmm. Like, because I feel like that's me. Mm-hmm. I mean, I might look nerdy with the glasses and shit.
I don't think you look nerdy.
But I think when I speak, people are like shocked. They're like, wow, this girl's really smart. So when I see that in someone else, I'm like, wow, like, I can do this.
Yeah. And I think
I can do this.
And I think that that's probably where I see you shine, where you're like, it's a task for me to interact with people. It clearly isn't. It clearly isn't. It just has to be something. It has
to be the right scenario.
No, it has to be something that you find interest in.
Yeah.
And you stepping out and you stepping outside of your own interest to perhaps feed someone else's interest is the problem. It's selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to do what I want to do.
And
here's
fine.
The thing. Here's the thing. I'm open to trying other things, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to have the right attitude and the right energy. So my thing is, like, sometimes it's better for me not to do things that, if I know my behavior is not going to be appropriate, it's probably better for me to stay away. And it comes off selfish, but if I have to force myself to enjoy something just to help someone else, I'm doing a disservice to myself.
Okay, now take this point of view for a quick second. Just think of this scenario.
Thinking.
You go to this iron bar that I was just speaking of. Mm-hmm. We're all sitting at a table, right? Me, you, a group of our friends.
A group of our friends.
A group of our friends.
A group of our friends that I already know.
A group of our friends that I like. That you already know, that you like, that you are completely comfortable around, and you do not have to force anything.
Got it.
Okay? We're in New York City, so the tables are going to be either closed or they're going to be sitting at the same table with us, etc., etc. These people are obviously out to enjoy their time as well. Mm-hmm. Okay? You feel weird about the fact that these people are so close to you. The group of people that you're with, your friends, are interacting with those people. However, you may not be, right?
Got it.
Everyone's having a good time. Rome is in the seat, basically being Rome, not really wanting to interact with anyone. Mm-hmm. That same person that was sitting next to you is one of the guys from the Cryptology podcast.
Got it.
What happens if you miss that opportunity? Do you see where I'm going with this?
I see where you're going with this. But my point is, like,
it can be a disservice to you from the get anyways. I'm saying.
It could, but I just feel like I want my personality to be respected. Like, I feel like
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not saying I feel like I'm being disrespected, but I feel like if I'm Daria, you know what I mean? Which I feel like sometimes I can be Daria. Like, sometimes I'm just like, I just feel like I wish me being antisocial wasn't a problem. I just wish people could just kind of go about their business and not worry about me.
But that's not realistic.
Well, that's what I want.
I know, but that's not realistic, because people who are really your friends are not going to want you to have that energy.
And that's where I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I don't want to go places.
Okay.
Because I don't want people worrying about me. But, like, I don't know. It is selfish. It's something I have to figure out. I mean, we went to this event. Shout out to Reek. He told us about these cups and combos,
which is pretty
dope. Shout out to you. when I first got there, I was totally like, whoa, out of my element. But as soon as like the Afro beats kicked in and I had me a drink, I was cool, but still ultimately that wasn't my scene.
Right.
Ultimately, but I mean, I loosened up a little bit, so I'm trying.
Yeah, I just think that it's important, at least the way that I think about it, and I'm so okay with taking that face for this duo. Like I think that when it comes to networking, to kind of interacting with other people who are in the same fields, or just, you know, spreading the word of who we are and what we're trying to do, those type of events are necessary.
Yeah, I gotta maybe I need to take some classes on some social skills.
I'm okay with being
because my thing is like once I open up and I start chopping it up with niggas, it's Gucci.
I'm like, I could walk away from my friend right now and not have to worry about anything.
I just have to be genuinely interested in chopping it up. And that's the thing. I don't like putting on a fake face. Like, that's my issue. I'm out here trying to be a real nigga always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
that's my problem. I don't know. I gotta stop trying to be a real nigga all the time. All right. So
that's kind of low key shade to me.
No, I'm talking just about myself.
Okay.
You genuinely are being true to yourself and the fact that you're a social butterfly. That's part of your personality. So in what you're doing, you're being true to yourself. Me, I'm naturally not a social butterfly.
So forcing it.
So me being that way and forcing myself to be that way, I feel like I'm not being real and true to myself.
Gotcha.
It's a defense mechanism in reality. I don't feel comfortable being vulnerable. Like,
do you feel like being a social butterfly is being vulnerable?
Yep.
But when it comes to that, can you explain why you feel that way? Why you believe that to be the case? Like, what can happen to you by you being a social butterfly that allows you to not want to be vulnerable in that aspect?
I don't feel comfortable. I just feel like I kind of want to know what I'm dealing with before I just start offering information about myself. I'm not saying that it's like my social security number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, before I start to share a piece of myself with you, I'd feel more comfortable if I knew a little bit more about you first.
Got it.
That's all. It's like a fucking old Western like shootout. Like, you go first, nigga.
I cannot.
You know what I'm saying?
If they go first, you're dead.
I don't know.
You got to pull out at the same time.
I feel like I need to. Yeah, gotta. Okay. I just feel like I need to know a little bit more about what I'm dealing with. Before I just start off, I like to just feel comfortable first. That's all it is. And my thing is like, if other people aren't opening up with me, I ain't opening up with them. I'm like, nigga, we can both just sit here and drink and stare at each other. I'm good with that.
Okay.
It's crazy, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
So this next topic was inspired by a post that I saw on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm just going to read it verbatim.
All right.
Being provocative and then defending your right to be provocative. I have my provocative moments, but I really want to find myself in a space where if I choose to be provocative, that I won't task myself with constantly checking people who react negatively to my provocative behavior. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm on social media in a lacy ass bra and panty set.
Okay.
And then the next day, I'm wearing a t-shirt with some thigh highs and my panties. And then the next day, I'm wearing a string bikini with a thong. And then I get to a point where I'm like, niggas are calling me a slut. Niggas are saying this and that, and I do what I want. It's my body, and I do whatever the fuck I want. Listen, you ain't got to explain yourself to nobody, ma. You ain't got to, look, if we're going to be bosses and be like, we own our bodies and we do what the fuck we want, you taking out the time to check niggas and let them know you could do what you want means that you're affected by the criticism. I'm making the decision because who knows what might happen. If I lose this weight, nigga, y'all gonna see this body.
Okay.
Catch this body, fam.
Okay.
Because you gonna see it.
I think that
you gonna see it. It might be in a Kim Kardashian way. I don't know yet.
I think that I completely agree with you as far as the thought that stop explaining yourself. Not only because it is your body and how you're claiming that you want to do whatever you want with it. That's perfectly fine. Just be aware that whether you explain yourself or not,
it's going to continue.
It's going to continue. And people are just going to have opinions regardless, whether they voice it or not, whether it's behind closed doors or on a social media platform. It's always going to be opinions out there. So if I don't care how you feel or think about it, there's no point in me addressing you and telling you I'm going to do it regardless, because I'm going to do it regardless.
Now, here's the thing. Like, if I'm being provocative, right? And I'm not going to make a social media post addressing the haters. You know what I mean? But my thing is, like, if I'm being interviewed on another podcast,
the time and place,
and someone's like, hey, how do you respond to people who may think that you're a slut or you're a little too provocative? I'm like, look, here's the thing. You know, I was overweight for many years. You know, I'm very proud of the success I've had with my body. I'm very confident and proud of the skin that I'm in. And a little bit of skin hasn't hurt anybody. Doesn't make me any less smart. Doesn't make me any less talented. And of course, there are ways to be beautiful and sexy without having to show skin. But this is what makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And that's what's most important. And I feel like addressing it in that way, instead of having a clap back and having to check, like, that shit's pointless. Like, we need to act like queens out here. And queens don't owe peasants a fucking explanation.
Yeah, you don't need acceptance from the village.
You don't. Just take the good with the bad. You knew before you posted that shit that niggas was gonna slut shame you. So like we need to mentally prepare ourselves for all types of criticism as a result of what we post and what we do. We just gotta be bosses in the way that we handle it and go with the flow. It's you can't please everybody. You can't please everybody. So the bottom line is, whether you're male, female, provocative, not, whatever, like, you don't owe everybody an explanation. Wait until the moment comes to share your thoughts on that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Me being provocative or sexy, because there are different levels of sexy and provocative as well. So me being sexy and posting something has no type of say of like who I really am as a person. Like, maybe I just feel cute today and I want to post this, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't say any less about me. Now, if people decide to slut shame you and be like, oh, whatever it is that people fucking say on these posts, my nigga.
My thing is that if you are going to be provocative, though, just understand it. If you ever do decide to shift gears in the perspective of your audience, it's going to be difficult to do that. You know what I mean? From a branding perspective.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So if like people start to align you with porn stars and shit, and then next thing you know, you want to be taken seriously when you go try to do some shit like on a more intellectual level, just understand that shift's going to be difficult.
I feel like that shift can still be made, though, because we definitely live in the type of society where it's here today, gone tomorrow. So I mean,
speaking of, I was going through my list of like people I follow on Instagram. I'm following a lot of dead shit, right? Mimi Faust. This bitch was hanging from a shower rod. I forgot about this hoe. I forgot about her whole entire existence.
My nigga, she literally started selling shower rods that were called the Mimi rod.
The point is, this hoe was Sorry, Mimi. Sorry. Let me take that back. This
bitch
woman was hanging from a shower rod, and everyone was talking about her getting fucked while hanging from a shower rod. And I completely forgot about her.
I'm saying, and like, guess what? She's a business owner now. She's a brand herself. So my thing is,
she was before. She's moved on to do other things.
Yeah,
after. Like,
exactly.
I'm happy for her.
So it's like the shift is very possible. If you want to switch it up, you can definitely switch it up. Sure. It's just the fact that be aware that if you're putting this out there now, you can have this branding for the moment, but if you decide to change it, your approach is going to have to be completely different.
If we look at every campaign Beyonce has had with every album, some of them have been more provocative than others. And it's like that opportunity to reinvent yourself, like the surfboard shit.
That's what I was going to just say. And like, does anybody ever look at Beyonce and be like, bitch, what the fuck? What are you doing? No, she's a fucking queen because she treats herself accordingly, and she doesn't let the naysayers dictate who she is or what she's gonna do tomorrow. She took risque pictures with Jay on the bed.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
So I have like 3 or 4 more topics. I know this is getting kind of long. So I'll just try to condense them a little bit.
Okay.
Taking care of the elderly. I got to spend some time with my grandmothers, both of them in their 70s. These women are strong. These women are pleased with their simple lives. They don't care about wealth and having things, but they need us to help them sometimes. They need our company. They need our conversations. They need our love. These are people who made moves so that we can live the lives that we live. And these are the people who birthed the people that birthed us. And yet we sometimes forget about them. We got our own lives. We got our own shit to take care of, but we all have an expiration date. So if you're that person that's not checking on the elders in your family, make the effort just to reach out to them. This life is hard. They've lived it a lot longer than we have and with less resources. So I'm humbled by the experience that I've had with them. I'm inspired and I'm very thankful for the life that I live. And I thank them for that. The bottom line is this. I'm not trying to shame anyone. I'm just being very honest with you. I've been to quite a few different homes while I was in Buffalo. And the living conditions, they're not that bad, but they're definitely not as good as this. And
where we currently find ourselves.
Man, I don't want to get emotional, but it saddens me. It saddens me in the sense that I know how much my grandmothers have sacrificed, and to see that they're pleased with so little. It saddens me that I am in a space where I live so good and I haven't made enough time for them. But then it humbles me and it inspires me to just be a little more thankful and to try to find myself being happier with less. Mm-hmm. I mean, bro.
But you do understand that to them, they're living the good life.
Yes.
To them, they're living the good life because they have far more than they did to begin with.
But when I come home to a 3-bedroom home with a pool and a deck and a car and like all these things, and I just find myself in a crappy mood sometimes or just feeling frustrated because things aren't going my way, it's stupid.
Yeah, because they're so happy.
It's stupid. And I feel like that's the disadvantage of me being here in Florida and them being in New York. Yo, I lost touch. I lost touch. I was in my grandmother's bathroom because I stayed with her most of the time. She's recovering from this injury with her shoulder. Nigga, there's legit like rust around the doorway.
Yeah, but there's nothing that you can do. It's not like it's dirty and she can get rid of it. It's just
she's lived there for ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I just wanted to scrape that shit and repaint it for her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like, man.
You're blessed.
Yo, what's so crazy is that although the condition of my grandmother's apartment is not the best, the place is falling apart a little bit. She treats it like it's her castle.
It is.
She keeps that shit clean. She's so respectful of her space. I'm just like, there's no excuse.
Yep.
There's no excuse to be careless. I'm just amazed by these women.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I went to Puerto Rico for the first time after not being there for years and years, since I was little. There's no water pressure. Like, people are literally taking the quickest showers. You know, you're washing the most important parts and kind of like, that's your shower. And it's like, you're clean. You're humbled by the fact that you were able to wash up. And I'm over here like, what's wrong with this water pressure? I can't fucking take a shower. And it's like, yo, like, this is on a daily for them. And I'm over here like taking hour-long showers just because I can.
Like my grandma, like she was like, can you go play my numbers? Can you go check my mail? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, boom. I'm going to put your laundry in the washing machine. I'm going to walk across the street, get the lotto money. She was like, wait. She was like, you cannot leave my clothes.
Yeah, it'll get taken.
Because someone will take it. Excuse me. She was like, someone will take it. I'm like, fuck. You know, I'm trying to multitask, but, you know, just sitting in the laundromat in the basement of this old ass building, I'm like, man, I take so much for granted. I want to wash clothes here. I just pop that shit in the washing machine that's in the garage.
Yeah.
And I go about my life and I just take that shit for granted, man. Yo, my grandmother, like, she didn't ask me for much. She asked me to play her numbers. Before I left, bruh, I spent probably $30 on lotto tickets for her. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is for your numbers for the afternoon, tonight, and I got these shits for tomorrow too. She was so happy.
Yeah.
And then the only thing she asked me to do for her while I was there, she wanted her hair done a couple times.
And some ice cream.
and ice cream in 9-degree weather.
It's ice cream. You don't care about stuff like that.
Yo, man, I love that woman so much. And even with a fucked up shoulder, she was doing for herself.
Of course.
Cooking herself meals.
Resilience.
You know, getting herself dressed. Like, man, I could go on and on.
Yeah.
I could go on and on and on. But I'm thankful. Women like these are the reason why you see women like these.
Correct. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Just I gotta go home more often. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Old vagina. I wanted to know why my grandma had panty liners in her closet, but I couldn't find the courage to ask her. I just feel on some woman to woman shit. I at least want to know what's popping with a 70-plus-year-old vagina.
You don't think that discharge is a thing when you're 70 years old? Your body's still cleansing itself regardless.
I want to know, though. I want to be like grandma. Like, how often do you have to wear a panty liner?
Pokemon!
Gotta catch them all. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck are these panty liners doing here?
She probably uses them wrong.
Have you talked to a 70-something-year-old lady about panty liners?
No.
So we're assuming.
My grandma would wear panty liners in her 50s and 60s.
70s, my nigga?
That your vagina still has to cleanse itself. There's definitely discharge there.
Son. I just feel like I want to know what's happening, and I could not ask her. I wanted to.
I've known 70-year-olds that still get it on. If you can lubricate it enough naturally for you to get it popping, I'm pretty sure it's still lubricating itself.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to my cousin Rico. We went to go see Mr. Glass. I would watch it again because I fell asleep a few times during the movie. And it wasn't because the movie was bad. It was that I was exhausted. But first of all, homie, the actor that plays Split, forget his name, McAvoy.
I know he's talking about. I don't know.
Yo, he's in my top 5 favorite actors.
He's amazing,
hands down.
He's amazing.
Yo, the shifts that he's made in personalities and Split, bro, like tenfold.
Really,
in this movie. In terms of maybe seeing a little bit of new personalities, like 1 or 2, and he would switch because there's part in the film where they're trying to treat him, and you see this in the previews, and they flash this light when he, like, just in case he turns into the beast.
Yeah.
And when the light flashes, he would go from one personality straight into another, like in the same shot.
Wow.
And I'm just like, yo, this is
super
some
talented,
amazing acting. James McAvoy, I think is his name, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, top 5. So then it's got me thinking of other actors that I love right now. Idris Elba. Yo, if you haven't seen that shit that's on Netflix, fuck the shit with the kids that are in Africa. They're in a civil war with children soldiers. Bro, totally different. And the reason why I'm highlighting these guys is because of acting range.
Okay.
Their range of acting. Like, people could say Denzel's their favorite actor all day. He's played a range of characters, but in terms of mannerisms, voice,
it's usually the same in everyone.
Accent, he's the same guy in every. I can't stop seeing Denzel. Samuel Jackson has a little bit of range, but it's hard to see a different nigga sometimes when I see these guys. Still good actors, but man, Idris Elba's range, amazing. And then lastly, Rami Malek. Like, I already knew a nigga's name. The guy who plays Mr. Robot.
Oh, yes.
Bro,
I like him.
I saw Queen on the flight back here.
Yes.
Shout out to Delta. The way he did Freddie Mercury, fam. Oh, my God.
On point.
I can't say it's on point because I don't really know, like, Freddie Mercury's style to the T like that. But in terms from me seeing him going from Mr. Robot to playing Freddie Mercury and Queen, 2 totally different fucking actors.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Dude.
You know who I feel like that about?
Oh my gosh.
Rest in peace to the late and great Robin Williams.
Oh, amazing.
I feel like although he's very well known as a comedian and someone who's just out there and always being, you know, uppity, there's been moments in movies that he's had a serious role or a dramatic role, and he can switch it up so great where you're like, oh my God, like he was always so amazing to me.
Yeah. So for those of you who like movies and all that shit, comment below I'm going to make this a clip for the podcast page. Comment below and let us know who your favorite actors are, because, man, I'm just saying, like, I would like to get into acting one day. Don't know if it'll happen. But, yo, being able to switch that shit up, like, I'm so impressed with that shit.
Speaking about acting, I was just in a recent skit.
Yes, you were.
The Rich Broke Nigga with the Fresh Room podcast guys. Yes. And, you know, I debuted my little acting abilities. I thought it was cool. It was a little short clip, but they're thinking about making it a regular thing.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Yo,
look forward to that.
I'm very proud and excited of you. Shout out to Fresh Room Podcast with that one.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm digging their new space, by the way, and whoever their videographer is with the podcasting, on point. Yo, if y'all niggas know what y'all doing, don't give me your videographer's name, because I'm gonna hit him up.
Nigga, I was talking to that nigga while we was there.
Yo, I don't even know. Yo, for real, like, if I ever have a special project,
for sure,
that's definitely someone.
Honestly,
that
like project that we're considering about doing, well, not even considering, I think that would be a good look, because his editing skills are on fucking point.
Yo, amazing, very impressed. Shout out to you guys and what you're doing. Very last thing, I'm just making a mini announcement for anyone who's trying to get in touch with me. If you go to my individual Instagram, you will notice I've deleted all of my posts. And I changed my bio to basically say, if you need to get a hold of me, call me, text me, email me, because I have like it's not a personal page, it's more of a public figure page on Instagram. It allows me to put a button to text me. That'll go to one of my Google Voice accounts, or to email me. Again, just trying to focus on some really big goals, and social media can be a big distraction. I will check in from time to time, but it's time. It's grind time, homie.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I, on the other hand, have not deleted. I have posted quite a few things and will continue to. So check for me. If you can't find my friend, go through me as well, and I will let her know.
Yeah. And I'm not saying anyone else should follow suit. Just a personal decision. Shout out to Ro for checking on me. You wanted to know if I'm okay. Dude, I'm okay.
I love him.
I'm ready to do big, amazing things with my life. Like this year, nigga.
Pokemon!
Gotta catch them all. I ain't gonna be able to catch this. Because I'm coming with it. I'm gonna be the biggest Pokeball state I've ever seen on the scene.
You're gonna be a whole gym. People gonna try and raid you.
Yo, you ain't gonna be able to catch me. Yo. Anyway.
Anywho, that's all I got, friend.
Yo, thank you guys for joining us. 7 fucking seasons.
Yo, 7 fucking seasons, bro. We're probably gonna try and do a lot more promotional things with this season.
Yes.
Video, a lot more mini clips and things to come. So I look forward to that, and look forward to you guys wanting that from us.
Yeah, time to level up, and we are going to rely on the community to spread the word. So we're holding you guys accountable. If you don't follow us already, definitely check us out on our socials. On Instagram, it's CO and Rome Podcast. On Twitter, it's just CO and Rome, and that's XIOANDROME Podcast for IG, and just CO and Rome for Twitter.
Yeah, and you can definitely listen to our podcast wherever you listen to your podcast: iTunes, Spotify, Podbean,
Castbox,
wherever
Republic.
you do. We are here for Androids and iPhones. So please like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit.
Blue bubble, green bubble, don't matter. If just listen to the podcast, if you want the buns,
you gotta have a blue bubble.
For me, it don't matter because I'm celibate. But when I come out of the celibacy,
I've definitely given the buns to green bubbles before.
Yo, we need to stop fretting out here. Green bubbles, get it. All right, you guys, we'll catch you later.